Prabhu, okay, if you can it's in ecstasy. Okay, so that's very nice. So we see that so the mood of Sanatana Goswami, when he put this inquiries, what was the reply of Mahaprabhu? Mahaprabhu said that, yeah, I don't actually recall what I spoke earlier. And he gives the credit to Sanatana Goswami, and he says that because of your association, your presence, maybe I will get inspired to speak something. By myself, I cannot speak. But your presence and your association will enable me to speak. So the Lord, the devotee gives credit to the Lord, and the Lord gives credit to his devotees. In the material world, it is opposite. As a practicing devotee also, it is something for us to, contemplate that generally, when we do something, when we do a devotional service or do something, or someone appreciates that, generally the mood, in a conditioned state is that I should receive all the credit. And it's very difficult to pass on the credit. Maybe by lips, one can pass the credit to somebody else, but in heart, one may think that, yeah, I deserve it. And I'm very happy that at least someone has acknowledged my efforts. But here we see how, the mood of the Supreme Lord. He's teaching because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also, came as an acharya, right? As a devotee. So he's showing by his own example, the mood, how one should be when someone, so he says that, I'm not speaking, I'm not a very great learned person. Not that, because sometimes, it's 18 different ways one can explain means what? That means somebody should be a very great learned personality, very analytical, But he says, no, see, he just spoke something, but I'm not able to even recall what it is now. But if at all I can say something means nicely, it is because it is you are there. So pass on the credit. So, one should also imbibe the mood of truly passing on the credit. Truly, in our case, it is actually, in fact, we don't possess the knowledge. We don't possess that ability, but it is all given by Guru Gauranga and the mercy of Vaishnavas. So pass on the credit to them. And that's a true credit, a true way of, accepting the honor. So then what happens here? Now Mahaprabhu starts to explain. Let's see what it is. So let's see the verse. What was that verse which Mahaprabhu was explaining to Sanatana Goswami? A very famous verse, would have heard many times. Atmarama munayo nirgranta api urukrame kurvanti ahitukim bhaktim ittam bhuta guno harihi. Atmarama munayo nirgranta api urukrame kurvanti ahitukim bhaktim ittam bhuta guna harihi. Those who are self-satisfied, Atmarama in a simple terms. There are many meanings which we are going to see now. But the simple meaning is Atma Rama. Rama means one who feels very blissful or very happy, very satisfied. Atma here refers to oneself. So self-satisfied. Those who are self-satisfied and unattracted by external material desires are also attracted to the loving service of Sri Krishna, whose qualities are transcendental and whose activities are wonderful. Hari, the personality of Godhead, is called Krishna because he has such transcendently attractive features. So this is the brief meaning of Atmarama verse. And this is a verse Mahaprabhu explained in 18 different ways to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Now he's again explaining in different ways to Sanatana Goswami. So let's see. So here we see the different meanings. So Mahaprabhu says, let me explain each word, in different ways. Then we will combine it. So there are 11 important words. Let's go back. If you see this verse, Atmarama Shambhunyo, there are 11 important words which can be understood in different ways. So that was taken out now, and you can see here, Atma, Atmarama, Muni, Nigranta, Urukrama, Kurvanti. Can you see that? Ittam Bhuta Guna Hari Cha Api. These are words, combining words. Okay, let's see. So Atma generally we all know as Atma means soul, right? But Atma has also got other meanings, And what are the different other meanings of Atma? Atma also means body. So Atma means mind as well. So body, mind, absolute truth. Sometimes Atma means the characteristics, the natural characteristics. Then firmness, intelligence, endeavor. These are all Atma's different meanings. Okay, what are the different meanings of Atmarama? One who enjoys these 7 items is called an Atmarama. Briefly, it is called self-satisfied. But what are the different meanings? One who enjoys absolute truth is an Atmarama. One who enjoys a body. One who enjoys a mind. One who enjoys the endeavor. One who is firm. One who is intelligent. And Atmarama means one's nature. Okay, Muni. Muni means one who is thoughtful. One who is grave or silent. Muni means a sage, right? Generally, Muni means we immediately remember as a saint or a sage or a rishi, an ascetic. One who keeps great vows. One in the renounced order of life, a saint. Okay. Nirgrantha. What is Nirgrantha means? One who is liberated from the material knots of ignorance. One who is devoid of all regulative principles enjoined in the Vedic literature. One who does not have knowledge. One who is illiterate, low-born, misbehaved, unregulated, and devoid of respect for the Vedic literature. One who is a capitalist, and to one who has no riches. So that person is also called Nirgrantha. So Ni means used for a sense of ascertainment, gradation, construction, or forbidding. Grantha means riches, thesis, and composition. Grantha. If you even break it further. Similarly, Urukrama. Urukrama means one whose krama. Krama means step. One whose krama or step is great. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who by his external potency has perfectly created innumerable universes. Urukrama. Uru means very great. Krama means step, throwing the foot forward. Power, trembling, a systematic method, argument, a forcible attack by stepping forward. Okay, Kurvanti. They do something for others. It is used in connection with devotional service, which must be executed for the satisfaction of Krishna. Hetu, like, ahai to ki, we say, ahai to ki, ahai to come. So hetu means a thing is done for some motive, cause. There can be 3 motives. One may act to enjoy the result personally, to achieve some material perfection, to attain liberation. Bhakti. Devotional service of 2 types. Sadhana Bhakti, execution of devotional service according to regulative principles. Prema Bhakti, ecstatic love of God. So these are all different things. We just have to, just see what it is. We will go forward with that. Then Ittam Bhuta. Ittam Bhuta means full of transcendental bliss. Guna, qualities. The qualities of Krishna are transcendently situated and are unlimited in quantity. The word Hari. Word Hari means what? Hari means one who takes away all inauspicious things from the devotee. He attracts the mind by ecstatic love for God. Then Cha. Cha is used to connect a word or sentence with the previous word or sentence. To give the sense of aggregation, to assist the meaning, to give a collective understanding, to suggest another effort or exertion, to fulfill the meter of a verse. It is also used in the sense of certainty. Api. Api means used in the sense of possibility, question, doubt, sense aggregation, appropriate application of things. So, sometimes one word to another word, you connect. It is a connecting word, basically, both aggregation, appropriate application of things, extravagance. It comes in the middle of some words. So we see Mahaprabhu first gives, in this Atmarama verse, the 11 important words. And for each of them, he's giving individual different meanings. Then we see that later he gives combined meanings. So in that, now first he is explaining the individual meanings. Okay. So in that, there is a word called Itambhuta. We see that and the guna, Tambhuta guna. That means the qualities of the Lord. So what it is there, it is mentioned is the bliss of seeing the Lord is like an ocean in front of which other so-called happiness is like water in calf's hoof bread. So here it is mentioned that the happiness one derives from seeing the Lord is compared to an ocean, and all other happiness in this world are compared to the calf's hoof print. The calf's hoof print is what size? Not even like a palm size, right? So only that much of happiness. So there is so much of bliss, one derives by seeing the transcendental form of the Lord. So that is one, mentioned here. So, and we see that the guna, the qualities of Krishna, when we are speaking, Krishna unparalleled attractiveness is the abode of bliss and all mellows that causes one to forget all other ecstasies. So Krishna, as the word Krishna means all attractive. Krishna is very attractive that by seeing Krishna, one actually forgets all other ecstasies. We will see the examples, shortly. So what is the examples we see here? Krishna, how he's attracting by so many different ways. By his beautiful bodily, features, and the beautiful, mellows of devotional love, and fragrance, the fragrance of Krishna's lotus feet, and from his body. Everything is everything about Krishna is very attractive. We see this song also, everything about Krishna is very sweet. Adaram Maduram, Vadanam Maduram, Nayanam Maduram, Hasitam Maduram, Hridayam Maduram, Gamanam Maduram, Maduradi Pater Akilam Maduram. Everything about Krishna is very sweet. His face is sweet, his smile is sweet, his eyes are sweet, his walking is sweet, his sleeping is sweet, his eating is sweet, everything about him is very sweet. So we see how many great personalities got attracted to the different features of the Lord, including not only the transcendentalist, impersonalist, but also we see that the birds, the animals, the trees, everything got attracted to Krishna. So we see some of the examples here. Is that the 4 Kumaras? We all know the 4 Kumaras are the sons of Lord Brahma. Sanat Kumara, Sanaka Sanatana, Sanandana, Sanat Kumara. The 4 Kumaras. So the 4 Kumaras, as we know, they were actually in the mood of, impersonalism. And we see this 4 Kumaras, actually there is a pastime, we see that Vidura and the conversation between Vidura and Maitreya, they were discussing about Aditi's pregnancy, Aditi and Diti, and Diti is the one who actually gave birth to Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, right? So when Diti was pregnant, all the Devatas were very much in fear, because they know the Diti's pregnancy caused very bad omens everywhere. So everyone was so fearful, and the Devatas were so fearful that they went to Lord Brahma, and then Lord Brahma that time is telling why, this the Diti's pregnancy is causing such a great fear. And he's still narrating an incident which happened earlier. And that incident was that in the Vaikuntha, the Lord has got two guards, personal guards, who are them Jaya and Vijaya. So Jaya and Vijaya were guarding the Vaikuntha, they were the gatekeepers of Vaikuntha. So when these four Kumaras, the four Kumaras, they were great transcendentalists, but they look like children. You can see in the picture, the four Kumaras, they were naked and they were so effulgent, but they were looking like small kids. So when they entered the Vaikuntha and they crossed all the gates, and when they came to the seventh gate, Jaya and Vijaya were standing there. But Jaya and Vijaya, they stopped, the four Kumaras entering into Vaikuntha. So then what happened? The four Kumaras were very upset and they cursed they cursed Jaya and Vijaya to appear as demons in the material world. So that time, the Lord, being, the well-wisher of his devotees, he came, to see. And when he came to see, the four Kumaras, when they looked at the beautiful form of the Lord, and when they smelled the aroma of Tulasi from the lotus feet of Shri Krishna, then immediately they felt very blissful, and the long cherished impersonalism in their heart got, washed away. And they turned, they became great Vaishnavas. So we see that just by smelling the Tulasi, the aroma of Tulasi at the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, the four Kumaras' heart got completely transformed and attracted to the personal form of the Lord. So that is the, so the four Kumaras are examples here. We see that just by smelling the Tulasi offered. So that's why, we say that bhakti, the definition of bhakti is, many times bhakti, the definition given as devotion. But Srila Prabhupada, when he translates bhakti, what he has given the explanation is bhakti means devotional service. And the definition is Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchyate. So Rishik means senses. And engaging all our senses in the master of senses is called bhakti. All our senses like eyes, nose, everything in the service of the Lord. We see Ambarish Maharaj is a great example of how he engaged his eyes in seeing the beautiful form of the Lord, his ears, in hearing about the transcendental glories of the Lord, and the nose in smelling the flowers and the tulasi offered to the Lord, and the mouth in glorifying the Lord and chanting his holy names, and the leg in walking, to his temple, and the hands in cleaning the temple of the Lord, the head by offering obeisances, to the Lord. So like that, every senses are engaged. When the senses are engaged in the service of the master of senses, then that is called bhakti. But generally what happens, the senses are engaged in gratifying one's own senses. But rather, the same activity, when it is done to make the Lord happy, that becomes bhakti. But when the same activity is done to gratify ourselves, that becomes sense enjoyment. So here we see that. That's why, in the temples, when we go, when we go to any temple, they offer the flowers to the Lord, and then they, you see that the flowers are circulated and everyone smells. Just by smelling, one can get so much of blessings, and not just the blessings, one can actually gradually develop that attraction, for the Lord. So here we see the example of four Kumaras. God attracted to Krishna's lotus feet by the aroma of Tulasi that had been offered to him. So this Jaya and Vijaya only later became, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, and Diti as sons of Diti, and then they came as Ravana and Kumbhakarna, and then they later came as Shishupala and Dandavakra. So, there is a pastime, we see that. But here, the point is that how the 4 Kumaras got attracted to the Lord by smelling the aroma of Tulasi from the Lord's lotus feet. Okay. Sukadeva's mind. Sukadeva Goswami, he got attracted to what? He got attracted to Krishna's pastimes. Then he studied Bhagavatam from his father Vyasadeva. So it's mentioned that when Sukadeva Goswami was within the womb of his mother for a very long time, and then he came out, and then he started walking. He just walked away, and then Vyasadeva was kind of worried. And then when later you see that when he heard about the Vyasadeva sent his disciples and they glorified the Lord. And when Sukadeva Goswami listened to those glorification of the Lord, he got attracted to that glorification, and he was asking them about whom they are singing all this glorification. And then they took him back to Vyasadeva, and Vyasadeva, he heard the Srimad Bhagavatam later. Sukadeva Goswami narrated the Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. So Sukadeva Goswami also was, kind of attracted to the impersonalist idea in the beginning. But then later, he got attracted by hearing the pastimes of the Lord. So just before this one, the 4 Kumaras on example, we saw, they were impersonalists, but then they became attracted to the personal form of the Lord. But Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport of this verse that one may be an impersonalist, but provided if he's not an offender of the Lord, if he's not blaspheming the Lord, then by the mercy of the Lord, he can actually become a devotee. But if someone is an offender of the Lord, he may go to the temple so many times, but his heart will not change. So that is why Prabhupada said those Mayavadis, they can never become devotees, because Mayavadis are Krishna Aparadhi. They are offenders of Krishna. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying, Mayavadi, Krishna Aparadhi. So if someone offends the Lord, then it takes a long time, probably some time, or they may not get this blessing of transforming their hearts. So, but in the case of 4 Kumaras, they were not offenders of the Lord. They were impersonalists before, but they were not the offenders. So they could immediately get attracted simply by smelling the aroma of Tulasi from the lotus feet of the Lord. Okay. The gopis also got attracted. How they got attracted? They got attracted to Krishna's beautiful bodily features, his face decorated with tresses of hair, earrings falling upon his cheeks, the nectar of his lips, beautiful smile and broad chest. So by the beautiful bodily features of the Lord, the gopis' minds got attracted. The queens of Dwaraka, headed by Rukmini, how they got attracted? Hearing about the Lord, just by Shravanam. So Rukmini Devi was hearing so many glorification. So in the Bhagavatam, we see that in the 10th 10th canto, Rukmini Devi actually, she's sending a message to Krishna, through a Brahmana. When Rukmini's brother, Rukmi, was arranging her wedding with Shishupala. So that time, Rukmini is sending a message to Krishna that please come and save me, kindly kidnap me, and kindly protect me. So that time she's telling me that, I got very much attracted by hearing your transcendental qualities and your beauty, and by just hearing about your all my bodily miseries are relieved. All my bodily miseries are relieved just by hearing about your glories. So my dear Lord, please come and protect me. That is a letter she's sending through the Brahmana to Krishna. So how important is hearing? So Rukmani Devi being the consort of the Lord, eternal consort of the Lord, we see that when she appeared, in the material world, she's saying the truth. I heard the glories of Krishna and I got attracted. So it's so important. When we keep hearing about Krishna, his glories, his name, his beautiful pastimes, wonderful qualities, then our hearts can also gradually get attracted. That's why hearing is so much emphasized in the topmost of all the 9 processes of devotional service. In the sense, the first one is Shravanam, hearing. So when we keep hearing, if you want to get attracted to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we have to keep hearing Chaitanya Charitamrita. When we keep hearing about Chaitanya Charitamrita, the Lord Chaitanya's beautiful qualities, his amazing pastimes, then we will also get attracted to him. So Shrutva, hearing by Shravanam. So then we see goddesses of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. She is attracted to Krishna simply by the vibration of his transcendental flute. To be touched by the dust of Krishna's lotus feet, the goddess of fortune perform austerities for centuries, giving up all other desires. So the Nagapatnis, in Krishna book, you see in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Nagapatnis, the wife of Kaliya, the wives of Kaliya, they are telling, what did Kaliya do that he got blessed by Krishna's lotus footprints, right? Because Krishna was dancing on the head of Kaliya. And Kaliya was not friendly, or Kaliya was not a devotee. He was inimical to Krishna. He was actually putting all the poison, in Yamuna water. And he was very, he was actually, his intention was not favorable. But yet Krishna danced on the head of Kaliya. So the Nagapatnis are telling, what fortune, what, austerities did Kaliya do that Krishna danced on the head of Kaliya? Whereas we see goddesses of fortune, Lakshmi Devi, have to perform severe austerities, tapasya, for so many, centuries, to actually get Krishna's lotus feet. So that, so in that way, we see that Lakshmi Devi got attracted by hearing Krishna's flute. That it attracted Lakshmi Devi. And then the young girls in the 3 worlds are also captivated by the rhythms of Krishna's sweet flute songs. Krishna's most sublime beauty stuns even cows, birds, animals, and trees in jubilation. So not only, goddesses of fortune, not only it is the queens of Dwarka, not only the gopis, not only the transcendentalist, but also we see that everyone in 3 worlds, including the cows, birds, animals, and trees, they get attracted to Krishna. So the motherly, the elderly gopis, they were also, attracted to Krishna, through the maternal love, of Vatsalya mood. And the men of Vrindavana, the Gopas, and Krishna's, parents and friends, Uddhava, they are attracted as servants, friends, and fathers. All the cowherd men. So in that way, we see that living and non-living, Krishna's qualities captivate and attract everything, living and non-living. Even birds, animals, and trees are attracted to Krishna's qualities. Okay, so, sorry, there's one more. Yes. So then we saw the word, before we go to the Purushottam one, Ittam Bhuta Guna, so that word Guna, these are all the descriptions given. And then there is a word called Hari. We saw that Hari is a word means one who actually removes all the inauspiciousness, or one who steals the sins of all the living entities. That is the name Hari. Hari means one who steals the sins. So Krishna, we are singing in this Purushottam, the beautiful song Chaurashtakam, sung by Bilva Mangal Thakur. And it is all about Krishna as a thief. Krishna, you're not only stealing butter, you're not only stealing the cloths of the gopis, but you steal the heart of the Radhika, Radharani. You're stealing the sins A thief is only going for valuables, but you are such a thief that you are actually stealing all the sins which you have accumulated for many, many lifetimes. What a wonderful thief you are. Bilva Mangal Thakur is singing. So Hari means the stealer of our sins. So it's a very beautiful name. So Krishna is so merciful. And then, so just by calling out these names of Krishna and, engaging our senses in the service of Krishna, one's life becomes very blessed. We see here, they did only one thing here. And not even all the senses. We are talking about even one sense getting engaged in the service of Krishna. One's life can get transformed just by seeing, hearing, glorifying the Lord. So what about engaging all our senses? One will be very much purified and one will be able to awaken the dormant love for Krishna. So this is, so we stop here and then we'll continue from next week where we left, and we will see the Purushottama month, few of the glories, and then we'll go for the quiz. Okay, so I hope everyone is enjoying the bliss of devotional service in this month of Purushottama. Almost, this month is going to end. We have only got, I think, only one more week, because today is 7, 16th is the last day of Purushottam month. So we have got just nearly a week. So let us put our best efforts in this last week, because for another Purushottama month to come, we have to wait for 3 years. So let's put our best efforts for this month. What are the different things we know? Getting up in the morning. These are the same things we know, that it's rising in the morning is considered one of the very important element. And chanting the Hare Krishna mantra and many things we can do. We can do the Tulsi Parikrama, extra rounds, and then do many devotional services, hearing Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, association of devotees, offering of lamps. All this we can do. So let's hear this. This Purushottama month comes once in 3 years, is 1,000 times powerful than the Kartik. 1,000 times powerful than the Kartik. Kartik month itself is very, very powerful. But this is 1,000 times powerful than Kartik. So this is a great opportunity to chant and do some devotional service, to offer some lamps to Krishna, and like that increase the devotional service or to start it. It is said that by observing the Purushottama month, you can live happily and peacefully in this life. And when this life is over, you go back to the planet of Krishna in the spiritual world. So even in this life, one can become very happy. This is what Krishna also says to the Pandavas. Pandavas once asked the question to Krishna, why they are going through a lot of sufferings. I mean, is there anything they have done that there's so many sufferings? Then Krishna says that they did not, observe the Purushottama month properly. And Krishna advises them that, now this is a month of Purushottama, you sincerely follow, and then you see that you will be able to overcome all the miseries. So it is so wonderful and powerful and very auspicious. Even if we have somehow, for some reason, we could not do for the last 3 weeks something what we were planning. Sometimes we plan and we may fail also. But whatever it is, whether we did it, we did not do it, okay, let it be. But now we got one more week. Let's try our best. What we can do in this 1 week. How best we can do. Just this 1 week is there. Whatever possible we can do, especially getting up and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. And that is what is our Purushottama month challenge also, to join the early morning japa. Very powerful. Many devotees share their realization. Some of them who have not started 16, they have started 16 in this month, feel very blissful, So we have got just 1 week. So let's put our best efforts and try to see if we can wake up in the morning and then join the japa, chanting the holy name foremost, and reading scriptures. Very, very important. We said that minimum 20 minutes, at least if we can read. The more we read, more the blessing. And then all other things, engaging in devotional service, whatever we can do in this month for the next 1 week. Let's grab it and do it. So this is a Purushottam challenge. As we know that japa, it's from morning, many devotees joining. Anytime you can come and japa you do, and then you can exit anytime. Nobody is going to, it's not forced. It's anytime you come and exit. It's totally voluntary. Books are the basis, very important. Srila Prabhupada always emphasis on studying books. By reading books, our heart feels very nourished, very inspired. We feel a lot of hope when we read Prabhupada's books, and we feel the connection with Srila Prabhupada. So it's very wonderful. So please try your best for the next 1 week. So next Monday will be the last Monday of Purushottama month. So we request all the devotees to join, inspire everyone to join. Probably we may do a Shaurashakam, an offering of lamps, so it'll be very nice. Okay, let's go to the quiz. Okay, so the quiz.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Wonderful class on explaining that different meanings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the way explained. Yeah. Mataji, quiz is Ranjan Nimai Prabhu is doing?
Yeah, today I'll be doing it, Prabhu.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhu is got stuck in the work, so
okay.
Yeah, okay. So let's okay, everyone is ready for the quiz? Okay. So let's do it now. Hari Bol. Okay, let's start the first question. Atmarama means simple understanding. There are many meanings, but the simple meaning we want to know. One who enjoys well, one who is...
Mataji, I think we can't see Mataji.
Oh, sorry. I'm very sorry. I think I didn't even share the screen and I got excited and... Okay, let me share the screen. Very bold. Can you?
It's coming up, Mataji.
Yes, okay. Very good. So, Prabhu, you have to tell me who are the sing answers. The top 3 answers at least. Who are. Atmarama means one who enjoys wealth, one who is expert in scriptural study, one who is pious, one who is self-satisfied. So the answers, the correct answer is one who is self-satisfied. And we can see the answers who have given first.
First one is Sunaina
Mataji. Okay, then?
Second one, Maladharani Champakulata.
Mataji. Okay, then?
Kartik Prabhu, third one.
Okay, very nice. Brilliant, wonderful. Okay, let's move to the second question. Hope you're ready for the second one. All simple questions. If someone has heard it, would be able to easily answer. What made the Kumaras to abandon their long-cherished impersonalism? A. Performing yoga practices. B. Smelling the aroma of tulsi and saffron from Krishna's lotus feet. C. By cultivating knowledge. D. The process of renunciation. Okay, we give few minutes for the devotees to answer. Everyone can try. But we see the top 3 answers.
Yeah, Mataji.
Prabhu, can you read the first 3?
Yeah, first 3. Sunaina Mataji.
Okay.
Kartik Prabhu, Maladharani Champakulata.
Oh, okay. The competition between 3 of them. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. Hari Bol. Wonderful to see. Okay, let's go to the third question. Sukadeva Goswami's mind was carried away by hearing Krishna's pastimes, opulence of the karmis, knowledge of the jnanis, none of the above. Can you read the top answers, Prabhu?
Yeah, Mataji. Sunaina Mataji.
Okay.
Kartik Prabhu and Monica Juneja.
Mataji. Oh, Jai. Wonderful. Mataji is in the board. Okay. It's on board now. Okay. Let's go to the fourth question. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Who got attracted to Lord Krishna by hearing his pastimes and then married him? Jambavati, Kalindi, Rukmini, Tungavidya. So the correct answer is, Prabhu, top 3 answers, please. Rukmini.
Yeah, see, yeah. Sunaina Mataji, Monica Mataji, Payal Majumdar.
Okay, Gauranga. Okay, now the last question. Haribo, let's see. Who got the great fortune of being touched by Lord Krishna's lotus feet, though he was inimical to Krishna? Jarasandha, Kalayavana, Muchukunda. Sorry, there is some spelling errors. Kalya. Okay. Prabhu, you can read out.
Yeah.
Kalya
Monica
is the answer.
Mataji,
Yeah.
Maladharani Mata Champakalata Mataji, and Payal
Okay.
Majumdar.
Oh, wonderful. We have now more devotees on board. Hare Krishna. So we will see the results soon. Before that, we will go to the some key points of today's session. If you could share short and sweet in the chat box, that will be very nice. Some takeaways, some things which inspired us, to follow in our life. Some takeaways. Always, whenever we hear anything, it's good to see. Is there something which I can take it and apply in my life? Or I can enrich my life by applying some of the lessons, spoken. So please do share. Could be a simple bullet point. That is fine. Prabhu, can you read out maybe a few messages if anything is there?
Yeah, Mataji, I haven't seen any latest after the.
Devotees are still thinking.
Yeah,
coming up.
Mataji. So Sangeeta Mataji is saying, inquiry is a proper etiquette to gain knowledge and remove ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Brilliant, yes.
Very nice. Payal Majumdar Mataji, devotion means engaging the senses to satisfy the master of the senses, Sri Krishna.
Beautiful, very nice. Yes.
Beautiful, Mataji.
Yes.
And Karthik Prabhu, bliss of seeing the Lord is the ocean.
Yes, beautiful comparison, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe a couple of more devotees can share. Okay. Couple of more things, bullet points.
Hare Krishna devotees, yeah.
Whatever you feel, it could be a simple thing, but then, it is very, it can make a difference. Always, reflecting back on what we studied or heard always helps us, helps others, helps us first. Krishna attracts both living and non-living. Okay, nice. Okay, Prabhu, thank you.
Yeah, Mataji, Sunaina Mataji. Hearing is important. We can be attracted to Krishna simply by hearing. Therefore, it's the topmost.
Okay, yes. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Okay, the benefits of hearing Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, I think Sangeeta Mataji is there.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, benefits of hearing Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And this is from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's comment about Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And this is mentioned in Srila Prabhupada's Upadeshamrita. So always study Chaitanya Charitamrita and hear it explained by persons conversant with its actual purport. Chant Krishna's holy name offenselessly in the association of devotees. And continue to read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Prarthana, and Saranakadi especially, and you will find fortune. If you chant in the association of devotees, Gaurahari will bestow his mercy on you. Yeah, good. That it's the right time for us in this Purushottama months to chant every day in the association of devotees in the morning japa, and so that we'll get the mercy from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Just 1 second. We will see the announcements for today. There is an announcement also that a couple of announcements. Let's see what is coming up. we have the coming 11th as Parama Ekadasi. We all know that Purushottama month is super special, and the Ekadasi which is coming in the Purushottama month is super, super special. So we actually explained about the Padmini Ekadasi which came last time, and now the second Ekadasi in this month, which is coming on the 11th of August, which is Friday, the coming Friday. So it would be very nice for devotees to take up this Ekadasi. The main thing on Ekadasi is, not refraining from grains. At least if we don't eat grains, non-grain prasadam, we can take non-grain food. And then also chanting the holy name. So we request all the devotees, if all of us can really put effort to join on, especially the Friday, we are desiring and planning that if we can have more than at least 108 devotees minimum to join for Parama Ekadasi in the morning japa. That would be very nice. And this last week also, so let's everyone gear up so that we have more devotees coming together and chanting, the more the blessings. The breakfast on the next day is from 8:30 to 10:36. We have to break our fast. And also 16th of August onwards, the Gita Gyan, is beginning. The next batch, 18-day Gita. So I hope many devotees, many people have enrolled. You can circulate the flyers and inspire many more to join, and they will get very blessed, because in 18 days they are getting the entire Bhagavad Gita, the message of Bhagavad Gita in 18 days. Each day would be one chapter of Gita. So please, circulate and help many more to register. Yeah, so that is the announcement. And the result we are going to see now. Okay, are we ready? So the winners. Haribol. Haribol. Okay, the winner for today is Mathuradam Sunayana Mataji. Haribol. Excellent.
Hare Krishna.
Wonderful. Her daughter Harshita, she also recited CC verse, and very good. The whole family is geared up. Very nice. So the second place goes to Kartik Prabhu, Jagannath Dham, and Maladharini Champakalata Mataji from Dwarka Dham.
Shared.
Yeah. So 3 big haribols for them. Okay, now the third place. Mataji from Mathura Dham. So sorry, the dhams are a little bit here and there, because anyway, all the dhams at the end of the day, same place. So it's okay. So it's from Mathura Dham. Monica Mataji is from Mathura Dham. Wonderful, Mataji. Very good. I think you're gearing up. Very nice. So we thank all the devotees for participating today in the CC session. And now we will show darshan of Lord Jagannath. And then just give me a second, Prabhu. Can you see?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Mataji. Little.
Yeah, that's right.
Just make
The lightings are not there.
spotlight for everyone.
Can you?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Sudarshan Chakra ki jai, Shri Panchatattva ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. So Purushottama month, Lord Purushottam Dev, Lord Jagannath. So very auspicious the month. So let's all pray to Lord Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani that they can bless us, that we can, the next 1 week, we can put our best efforts to please them. And please Srila Prabhupada by waking up in the morning, doing japa, and do as many devotion services as possible, for the next 1 week. And don't forget Please don't forget the Friday is Parama Ekadasi. Please keep inspiring everyone. By inspiring others, you get the commission. This is transcendental commission of blessings. So Parama Ekadasi, minimum 108 devotees, to join for the Zoom japa. And 16th of August is a concluding day. So next Monday also is the last Monday for CC, last Monday for the Purushottam month. So we can take full opportunity to hear Chaitanya Charitamrita. So thank you all for joining today. We will see you soon. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
People.
Thank
Mataji,
you,
I have one
Mataji.
question. I posted in the chat. If you have
Oh.
time, you can answer. Otherwise, we can discuss some other time.
What is that, Mataji? Sorry.
Can I read, Mataji?
Yeah, please.
So, Hare Krishna, Mataji, we loved your point about how Kalia still received the touch of the lotus feet of Krishna, although he was inimical. Is there a reason for why he received this benediction compared to Lakshmi Devi's severe penance? Did
Beautiful
he do
question.
something pious in previous lives? Yeah.
Beautiful question. Who? Monica Mataji's question?
Pari's
Mataji.
question.
Pari's
Mataji.
question. It's such a brilliant question.
Hare
Really
Krishna
brilliant question.
Mataji.
Brilliant question. I really appreciate that because I thought, will anyone ask this question? So very happy to hear this question because nothing happens without a reason, isn't it? There should be something. What is that? Because he was recommended recommended in the sense someone prayed for him and that's why he got it. And who are that someone? The Nagapa, the wives of Kalia were begging the Lord, my dear Lord, please do not kill him, give him the protection. And the Nagapatini's prayers, because the Nagapatinis were all devotees of Krishna. Only Kalia was inimical to Krishna. And because Kalia was associating with the Nagapatinis, the devotees of the Lord, that is the mercy he also got. See, the point here is that one may not be a devotee, but one gets the association of devotee or one who is related to a devotee in some way or other. He also gets some that benediction. So that's why I gave this example of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was completely an impersonalist, but his brother-in-law was a great devotee. Gopinath Acharya, he was a great devotee and he was constantly pleading to the Lord, my dear Lord, bless him, and because of his prayers and because of he being a devotee, and somehow Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya happened to be his relative and his prayers were there, so he could get the mercy. So King Prataparudra Maharaj, of course, he was a devotee. In this case, he was a devotee, but he also got Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's blessing because so many devotees, requested the Lord to shower mercy upon him. Because Lord Chaitanya said that you are a materialist. Materialist in the sense he was a devotee, but you are a king. And as a sannyasi, I don't want to, associate with a king. But because Nityananda Prabhu, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, and many others were persuading Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and requesting and petitioning constantly to shower mercy upon him, he received. So now we understand how important are the prayers of devotees, how important to be some way hold the dhoti or chadar or, feet of the devotees, Vaishnavas. Then there is, even if we are not having any good qualities, even we don't have any devotion, we are not qualified, but yet we have a greater hope because we are holding or taking shelter of someone who has got Krishna in his heart. So that's why Vaishnavas, I am in the heart of Vaishnavas, Krishna says. So that's why, there is a song, oh hey Vaishnava Thakur. In that, the song comes that I'm running behind you because you have Krishna. Only you can give me Krishna. So that is why Vaishnavas are like desire trees. We should hold on to them so tightly because they are our only hope. So hope you got the
Thank you,
answer.
Mataji.
And thank you because of this question. So much glorified. We can understand the glorification of Vaishnavas, isn't it? Yes.
Hari Bol.
Yeah, only by the mercy of pure devotees. That's why they say that one should have a bona fide spiritual master, because he's a pure devotee. Because Krishna's abode, no one can go without the recommendation from a pure devotee. That is why, even initiation or the process of initiation is recommended, because a bona fide guru is someone who recommends, to the Lord. And then in that way, Krishna says, okay, I'll consider you, like that. So we need in our life a bona fide spiritual master, headed by the bona fide spiritual master, all the Vaishnavas. And by their mercy, we can go on steadily, go forward steadily in our devotional service. That's our only hope. So thank you very much, Pari, for this brilliant question. And it reminds us, and also it reassures that by clinging on, to the association of devotees, we are very safe. So, and we will progress. And that's a hope. So
Thank you for the answer, Mataji. Hari Bol.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you so much. And thank you, all the devotees. We will
Hare
meet
Krishna.
soon. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Ram
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Hari
Thank
Bol.
you.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hari Bol.
Hare Bol, Hare
Thank
Krishna,
you. Hare
everyone.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.